Culture Week continued with the annual culture booths, featuring ethnic cuisines, poster boards, games, and cultural decorations during lunch on Wednesday in the Aux Gym.
During lunch, cultural booths offered snacks and dishes ranging from Taiwanese sausage to Mexican tres leches cake. As students sampled the foods, they learned about the unique stories and practices behind each culture. Some students also participated in traditional games like Chinese jianzi and Japanese kendama.
I was talking to Zoe, who is sponsoring the Brazilian booth, and she just spent so much time preparing these little desserts to share with people. Andy Chung came in super early, and he was preparing boba and the scallion pancakes for the Taiwanese booth. Like, there's just so much desire to do a good job because they want people to enjoy and experience their culture for what they feel. So that really struck me, that there's just so many kids in there.
Behind the scenes, student-led clubs like Slavic Student Association and National Chinese Honor Society prepared booths featuring food and crafts from their ethnic backgrounds during office hours. Each club had their own trifold, which contained details such as their history and language.
I helped organize everybody to their tasks, and I helped with prepping the script for the Mosaic of Culture, and also asking people to buy Panda Express for the students for the culture booth. But a lot of the officers all contributed in their own ways. So some of them helped redecorate the poster. Some of them went to go get the Panda Express. So it was a really collaborative effort.
Because our culture booth is specifically on Russia, so we were kind of trying to not only pull from a certain part of the culture, but kind of represent it completely. So we were trying to do that in our booth by talking about folklore, music, food, arts, things like that. A lot of Russian food is handmade, or you have to hand make it. It's hard to buy, or it doesn't taste the same. So, and a lot of those types of foods are savory. So we kind of mostly stuck to sweet things. So things like cakes that are really popular and that give us kind of a nostalgic feeling. This traditional dress is actually not my own, but my friend gave it to me, who I'm doing the Russian booth with. And so you can kind of see this pattern on a lot of traditional Russian clothes. It's here, it's this kind of traditional Russian kind of stitching. You can see that a lot in clothes, and kind of these long tunics a lot of people wear.
Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Director Patricia Burrows and English teacher Christopher Hirschman opened the Mosaic of Cultures Assembly with a skit demonstrating the subtleties in cultural interactions. French National Honor Society President Senior Shruti Srinivasan introduced French pastry chef Lisa Allen, who spoke about her perspective on French culture. Student representatives dressed in cultural attire highlighted one easily recognizable aspect and one less-known fact about their culture. They also shared details about food, language, interpersonal relationships, and more.
But here, I just looked at the progression, and we this year have 20 or 21 booths, and last year we had 15, and the year before that maybe 13. So in the time that we've been doing this, it just keeps growing, which shows that there's a real desire to celebrate and often celebrate through food, because I think that that's something that people really engage with, and it's something that you can share. We're a global community featuring so many different countries, so many different languages and religions around the world, and so having the opportunity is really kind of beautiful.